Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Time coming to you here from SuperWorld Games, and let's talk Mortal Kombat. As y'all know, I just finished the story mode walkthrough. Y'all can go check that out on the page right now. But yeah, my take on it, man, it's a 10 out of 10, like 100 out of 10. Like Mortal Kombat 1, this new era of Mortal Kombat has a lot of potential. The potential's already there. It's a great start. It's an impactful start, and it's beautiful, like all around, right? So for those that don't know, or kind of new to the channel, or any of my channels, I've been a Mortal Kombat fan forever. My favorite, well, really the first one I played, which is still technically my favorite, is Deadly Alliance, right? So some of the aspects of Deadly Alliance that were in the new Mortal Kombat 1 story mode got me so hyped. I was just like every chapter of the MK1 story mode, I was just so hyped to play. It was so many twists and turns, these characters that was in it, a lot of returning characters that we haven't seen in forever. Yo, it was a great sight to see, to be honest with you. So let's dig into this, right? The one thing that I do want to point out is from the original timeline, right? Since before, well, I won't even call it that. Since before the new era, there were some things like that if you didn't go into the character bio, or if you didn't go through any of the story modes before, you won't really know a lot what's going on. That was something, not that it's a bad thing, but that was something that I noticed in a lot of the older Mortal Kombat games. You know what I mean? Here with the new era, it's literally telling the story from close to day one, right? So in Mortal Kombat 11, in the Aftermath story expansion, at the end, you get to play as Shang Tsung or Liu Kang, and there's two different endings at the end, right? Both of them recreating the timeline. Obviously, MK1 starts with Liu Kang's timeline, but in MK11, that is literally day one, like him flying down to the Great Kung Lao, letting him know who he is, and obviously it ends there. MK1, we go years later, eons later, and we get to see Raiden, not Lord Raiden, but just Raiden and Kung Lao as farmers, which I think is super dope because we literally are starting from the beginning, and that's what I like. All the backstories of all these characters, how things become how they become. For example, like the Shirai Ryu, the Lin Kuei, all that stuff now starts from the beginning, and we get to see it grow and change and progress through this new era. And that's why I was so hyped for MK1, because I like stories. And Mortal Kombat story, as bloody and gory and fun and action-packed as it is, it's a great story, nevertheless. We get to see beginning of Johnny Cage. We actually get to see him filming some of these films and stuff that he was. I also noticed when he was doing his Indiana Johnny thing in the beginning, the Katara Vala character that he fights in the MK1 story mode looks like, and I'm pretty sure they did it on purpose, the old look of Havoc, like even like the spike ball that he had in the Mortal Kombat game forever ago, he even had. So I thought that was a cool little thing, and Mortal Kombat is always good at throwing these callbacks, these like parallel timeline things. So no, it was super dope to see. Even like the Kuai Liang eye scar. Bihan gives him the eye scar after Bihan he betrays Kuai Liang in smoke. it's so cool to see these callbacks, you know, or even like the when Sindel's talking to Liu Kang about everything. Wow, Liu Kang was telling how to, you know, he created a timeline. She's like, oh well, is your mind addled and stuff like that. You know, the callback to MK9 where Liu Kang always said that Raiden's mind was addled with his visions and stuff like that. It's so cool that Mortal Kombat does that. But like I said, you know, starting from the beginning and getting the actual backstory to these characters is super dope, and it gets me excited for what's to come, right? So obviously, not necessarily an elephant in the room, but one of the things that's always talked about is the roster. You know, the characters that was chosen to be a part of the Mortal Kombat 1 roster, the first look in the new era. I like it. I love it. You know, you get your base characters, your original characters, but you also get characters that we haven't seen in forever. Like I was on Twitter and I called out that, you know, Havoc should come back. You know, the new era gives room for Ashra and Movado and, you know, all these different people. And look who we got. We got Reiko, we got Natara, we got Ashra, we got Havoc, you know, and many more. But who's to say our favorite characters from Kombat, you know, X, 11, 9 are not to come back? You know what I mean? Like this is just MK1, you know? So we get to see all these characters' backstories develop, and then once it lines up, we're gonna see these new characters. Like I was a little bummed that Jax wasn't base roster, you know, non-playable. But going through the story mode, I understand why. So when he's ready to come, you know, obviously he's in there. He has his cameo. We see Jackson there a couple times. We see Jackson ending credit with his arms ripped off and stuff like that. But you know when this story comes, he's gonna be there. It's Jax. You know, Sonya, same thing. But it was also hyped to see Motaro make an appearance. Goro, like these characters are coming. I was hyped to see that we got to use Shao Kahn playable in MK11, and then now revamp him and now using him as General Shao in MK1. You know, so it's a great start. NetherRealm, the whole Mortal Kombat team is definitely doing their thing with this whole reset the clock to 1. Yeah, I'm just excited. I'm just excited for more. So be sure to stay tuned. I'll be here with all the updates. I will be on Ranked all the time. I will be streaming here on YouTube and on Twitch when I'm on. So y'all stay, y'all subscribe, y'all like, y'all follow, and yeah, man, I don't have anything bad to say about Mortal Kombat 1, and that's a non-biased opinion. You know, my biased opinion, I want to say everything is perfect. Like Kenshi's look, how he got blinded. You know what I mean? Like everything that starts with Square One is super dope, but I like Kenshi's suit look. And his whole background being told and stuff like that. Yeah, man, I have nothing bad to say about this game. Like there is nothing bad to say, you know. So yeah, it just gets me excited to see what Mortal Kombat, what NetherRealm Studios has in store for us even more. Especially even DLC packs that are coming. You know, maybe there might be a story expansion here in MK1. We never know, you know, but yeah, it's 10 out of 10, 100 out of 10, 1,000 out of 10 for me for Mortal Kombat 1. So once again, thank y'all for coming and tuning in and hearing me out and listening to me. Be sure to subscribe to this channel. Be sure to subscribe to the Instagram, to the TikTok. Follow us on Twitch. And yeah, man, just stay tuned. We're dropping. We're starting to be more consistent. Sorry, it's been a while since I dropped. Had to take some personal time off. But we back now, you know, so, you know, be sure to stay tuned, make sure you turn on the post notifications, and I will see you guys in the next video. Time out.